It is time for your latest aviation news recap, and you could say that today is very much a special for airline expansion, with every single story taking a look at an airline looking to expand or maybe even change its network. Beginning right off the bat with United Airlines announcing its most significant transatlantic schedule in company history as it gears up for what is expected to be a very busy summer 2024 season. Building upon an excellent 2023 schedule, United Airlines wants to grow that with the debut of a revamped flight schedule. An expansion of the network will see new flights launched to Rome, Brussels, Malaga, and Reykjavik. Additionally, there'll be a new non-stop service between Newark and Faro in Portugal. Ultimately, United will fly to more transatlantic destinations than all other US carriers. This is becoming a theme not just on transatlantic services, but I'd also argue other destinations too. It'll also be the only airline to focus on destinations such as Dubrovnik, Malaga, Mallorca, and Tenerife. From May 24th, United will be the only and first carrier to connect the United States with Faro. The new service will originate in Newark and be operated 4 times weekly with the ever-reliable Boeing 757-200. With a focus on scenic beaches and striking historic sites, United Airlines believes it will be a fantastic connection for customers. As highlighted in the United press release, the carrier identified that the summer 2024 season is actually going to start earlier than expected. A decision comes following a critical analysis of the spring 2023 season, which identified trends showing increased travel in this period in what is the lead up to the summer. United says it flew 33% more customers across the Atlantic than in 2022, and does anticipate that this will grow in spring 2024. Therefore, several services towards Europe will resume earlier than expected as part of the move from the major airline. On your screen now, you'll be able to see the changes that will be taking place and services that will resume or launch earlier than initially expected. On May the 23rd, United says it'll also resume flying towards Reykjavik in Iceland. The relaunch of these flights on a seasonal basis is coming for the first time since the summer of 2022, with the 757-200 being deployed on the daily flight. The 757 will also be used from Newark to Malaga, with a daily flight also beginning in May. Additionally, there will be frequency growth from Newark to Brussels, and a second daily flight between Washington Dulles and Rome, all part of massive changes that we are seeing at United Airlines that are continuing to strive for future growth. Now, I did say it was going to be an expansion kind of day, but there is also going to be a change taking place. Virgin Atlantic has announced changes to its route network, with the axing of flights towards Austin International Airport in Texas. Following persistent softening in the corporate demand, especially in the tech sector, Virgin Atlantic believes it has been given no choice but to suspend flights towards Austin from London Heathrow. A service suspension will be implemented after January 7, 2024. This is when the final service between the two city pairings will operate. Full refunds as well as any other possible travel changes will be possible for customers booked on this cancelled service after this date. The Chief Commercial Officer for Virgin Atlantic said, "We've adored flying our customers to Austin and experiencing this wonderful city of music and culture, but demand in the tech sector is not set to improve in the near term, with corporate demand at 70% of 2019 levels. Therefore, sadly, we made the tough decision to withdraw services. We'd like to thank everyone in Austin, our customers, teams, partners, and the authorities for their support over the past 18 months." Virgin Atlantic's presence in Austin is actually relatively fresh. A commencement of service to Austin came on May 25th, 2022, with a 4 times weekly flight. At the time, it was Virgin Atlantic's first new route to the United States in 7 years. It was announced that it would also directly compete with British Airways. The vision was to give customers another option. Operated by the Dreamliner with commencement just over a year and a handful of months ago, it highlights just how much can change in a short space of time, and how critical it is for airlines to continuously review their schedules, understand performance, and make necessary changes that may be required. Air Transit has announced plans to begin flying towards Africa from the summer season of 2024. The landmark move by the airline makes it the first destination on the African continent that it will serve. This ultimately also reflects a significant shift in overall strategy at the company. As part of a continued commitment to growth and embracing the title of the world's best leisure airline at the 2023 Skytrax Awards, Air Transit is expanding. The airline will offer a non-stop service between Montreal and a city in Morocco from June 2024. Air Transit will thus be the only North American carrier to offer non-stop flights to this city in Morocco, and they say that the flight will be operated twice per week during the summer season, running from June to October, while for the winter season from November to April, it'll operate just once a week. The Airbus A321LR will be utilised for this newly announced Morocco service, and Air Transit labels the type as a true next-generation aircraft for them. Air Transit operates a fleet of 36 in-service aircraft, with the majority of types in operation coming from Airbus. For its narrow-body, it has A321-200s and some A321neos. Over at Gulf Air, while they've announced a significant expansion to their Asia-Pacific network, with new destinations being added from 2024 onwards. As part of the latest expansion efforts, Gulf Air will add important cities of Shanghai and Guangzhou. The addition of these two new routes are part of the Kingdom of Bahrain's national carrier extension of operations. Additionally, the company wants to strengthen its global network with new global locations, and it is all part of the National Economic Recovery Plan of Bahrain. In line with this plan, Gulf Air will look to bolster its presence in, yes, global markets, but it does especially want to focus on the Asia-Pacific region. These growth plans will be in a bid to support connectivity under the One Belt, One Road initiative in China. Such an expansion by Gulf Air was unveiled at the Bahrain-China Investment Forum, this hosted by the Economic Development Board of Bahrain. That is going to conclude today's aviation news recap. Like I always say, if you have any thoughts on the topics that were covered throughout the duration of this video, you are more than welcome to let me know down below in the comments. Make sure you are staying tuned for much more coverage on the aviation industry as the week does indeed get underway, with lots of hopefully exciting, intriguing, and fascinating stories to cover. I do really appreciate your support. Please do take care and be safe, and I'll see you at the same time tomorrow for your latest industry recap.
And we'll fly.